So these are Christmas movies that you can watch over and over and over and over and over. Come play with us, Danny.
I only heard 2 overs when I filled this out. So I might have to edit my list.
So these are just okay. This it's the holidays. These
Yeah.
are movies Robert and I picked that we can watch every year, and it's a really interesting list, and I think it's fun. So I just want to kind of out of order start off with you, Robert. And Four Christmases. Well, I guess that's in order. That's your first one you
Yeah.
put, but we've talked about this. This is such a fun movie.
It's one of those I don't think I even own, but if it's on, I was like, oh, it's a good 90-minute watch. That there's enough I like, and it has a little more moments. I think it works because I'm not a huge Reese Witherspoon fan or Vince Vaughn. But speaking of Reese, not to take a detour right away, but uh,
Yeah.
Election 2, Tracy Flick coming back,
Yes.
which it looks like that'll be happening. So I think that'll be kind of fun.
And it's not being filmed in Nebraska?
Well, it takes place in New Jersey, so I don't think so.
Don't think so.
Yeah,
Okay.
who knows? Um, but yeah, so there's enough. I think it kind of works for the same way that it's an easily split up into kind of 4 sections. They have to go visit each of the parents, and they have such a great. Each of the parents is a great supporting cast or whatever that you're not dwelling on one too long. The joke doesn't get, it's
Yeah, it
a
doesn't land, and you're
a
like,
new
what are we
joke or
doing?
whatever. And so there's just still a lot of funny parts that I like. So, but yeah, so that's one. One of my favorites, Reese with the baby, and she keeps knocking the baby's head into things.
Yeah, that is a good movie, and
Yeah.
it's I always
It's a,
confuse those. Not the movie itself, but
yeah,
Fred Claus and Four Christmases. I'll see like one streaming, and I was
yeah,
like, oh, it's which one is this? Oh yeah, right.
yeah. And it's not my typical movie, and I think that's why it kind of sticks out for me. Is it's like, oh, I
Yeah,
kind of actually like this kind of Christmas slash. That's not quite a romantic comedy, but
right, right. But it is good. Four Christmas is good. I put very original. It's a Wonderful Life. We've never heard that on any
you go for the
Christmas list.
classy stuff. I'm
I
going with
don't.
babies getting knocked into cupboards, and you and you go for It's a Wonderful Life.
I'm just gonna knock "It's a Wonderful Life" and "Miracle on 34th Street" out because they're both old timey kind of movies. But the reason those two I think are interchangeable and obviously two completely different stories, but you really only watch them once a year, so I feel like it's like a Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. You kind of respect it more, where you don't ever see it on
Yeah.
TV and watch it. So it's kind of like a little treat, and you're like, oh yeah, this is so good. So I feel like those are like staples that I watch. But I
Every
know, yeah,
time a
classic.
baby hits its head, an angel get its wings.
It's
I just want to do a mashup of
I know.
four Christmases on 34th Street.
Right, and then put the Santa from 34th Street going, but it's cold.
Yeah,
Man's got to do something to get warm. You're a
why don't we?
disgrace.
Yeah, that's what we need. We need like a 1939 Four Christmases
That's
version.
what, yeah,
Yeah,
that's what you need.
yeah.
All the stereotypes of the time.
For the producers, we're just throwing that out there. Can't go
Yeah,
wrong.
take the idea. And your next one is the quintessential Christmas movie for me.
So obviously, we're talking about National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, which, grant, it is overblown. I mean, obviously, it's everybody's Christmas, whatever. But I can say I saw it in the theater. Was it 1989? I
That
think.
is so cool.
Yeah,
I
which
still
is
can't
crazy.
believe that.
Because this is
You serious,
we.
Clark? Huh?
I think I even went that on a date if I remember. But I
Amazing.
remember being back for I think Christmas break or Thanksgiving break, kind of when that came out. So, but
So cool.
there's enough that they kind of hit still some of the right spots of, like one of my favorite moments, just like the doorbell ringing, ding dong, and it keeps getting lower, ding dong, and all the kids are looking because it's the grandparents coming over. But same thing, they have this. If it's all Chevy Chase stick from beginning to end, it'd be a little too much, but they have this great supporting characters and the great,
Margot.
yeah, I don't know, Margot.
I don't know, Margot.
Um, I was like, these kind of one-offs, like, I wasn't talking to you with the chainsaw.
Right.
Uh, Um, but yeah, so it's kind of made up of such a great supporting cast of all these people. That's kind of makes it worth it. So, and I would say I have such a love for Beverly
Oh,
D'Angelo that
she's great.
yeah. So, But yeah, so it's usually like I said, it's probably kind of worn out its welcome, but it's still a
Yeah,
fun one. But
it is a fun one, and I always love the artwork on it because he's never in a Santa outfit. He doesn't get electrocuted, but
yeah,
it's just like so much in your face. It's just fun. But yeah, but I agree. I think if it was just Chevy Chase doing his shenanigans, it wouldn't be that great. And that's kind of where like European Vacation failed. Is there's
yeah.
really not great other characters in there that are memorable. Where Christmas Vacation certainly has them.
Yep.
So, all right. So my next one is Alistair Sim, A Christmas Carol, 1951. Out of the 300 Christmas carols, I think
That's
this
the
is the
one.
best one.
Okay.
You feel
Why?
like you're in 1842 London, and it looks like it too with the camera quality,
Gotcha.
but it's good.
I was going to ask, why this one? Obviously, there's many
Yeah, there's so
iterations, but
many.
yeah.
So it boils down to it's faithful to the story, and I just feel like Alistair Sim is Scrooge. He does embody, because it's an English movie,
Yeah.
the grumpy Scrooge of Yuletide past, the Christmas. Although I'll say, the 2009 one with Jim Carrey is the most faithful to the book. It's like
Is
almost
it?
word for word, even all the
Huh.
dark stuff. That's why it didn't fly that well. I think they thought it was too dark for kids because
Gotcha.
it's a ghost
Yeah.
story. It wasn't written for children, and they pretty much do it word for word. So that's the most faithful, but Alistair Sim, I think, is the most heart.
Mm. So I don't, and I've not seen the Jim Carrey one. I did try to rewatch Scrooged uh, a few nights ago because
Yeah,
I thought,
yeah,
oh, I thought I kind of, and it was not, I couldn't get through it. It was like,
yeah,
yeah, it was kind of, I don't know if we're like, we're a little too, a little too much about Bill Murray right now. But
yeah,
it's like
yeah, 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 yeah.
it's a lot to get through.
Yeah.
But
I
I
watched it like 3 nights ago, and I it was kind of choresome.
yeah,
Um,
I remember it
just
being
like
more fun, but yeah.
I think I remember it being more fun too. It's been a while, but
My next one, I don't know if it's really a Christmas movie because I don't know think any of it takes place at Christmas anymore. But I put Silent Night, Deadly Night Part 2 uh,
yes, which you've
because
covered.
yeah, I've covered. And then just this week they released Silent Night, Deadly Night Part 3, 4, 5 on Blu-ray. So
Oh,
I might need. I haven't. So Vestron Video, which somebody kind of reconstituted
oh wow,
them
look at
with
that.
that name, has kind of added. I think added a couple special features. So one, I need to rewatch because two, they might have actually. All the previous versions have been non-widescreen.
Yeah,
So I might have to take a look and update my webpage if these are widescreen movies to kind of do better
this is
comparison
for
shot.
3, 4, 5.
3, 4, 5, yeah. So Silent Night 3 is Better Watch Out.
You better watch
Uh,
out.
Silent Night Deadly Night 4 Initiation, and Silent Night Deadly Night 5 The Toy Maker, starring Mickey Rooney.
Is Mickey Rooney really in it?
He was one of those that was trying to get the original boycott uh, during the first Silent Night Deadly Night, and so it's kind of amusing that he is now in part 5 from a franchise that he was trying to get shut down. So
It's amazing. I'm on your page.
oh
Is he
yeah,
in
this
here
is
anywhere?
yeah. I don't know if he's actually if he shows up in any kind of location shots, but yeah, all around
I know where
Studio
this is.
City. And is that Studio City or somewhere? I think it's
Yeah, my one of my bank branches is in this
okay.
center. I go to sometimes.
That's the mall. This was the actual video.
Since we're on the page, do you mind
Yeah.
if we do a proper
Yeah. Oh,
walkthrough?
absolutely. So it's the toy maker. So, and I'm not sure where it's supposed to take place, but um,
Okay,
so
I'm just going to read this excerpt real quick. This
all right.
one features Mickey Rooney, who vocally protested the first film, so who knows why, besides a paycheck, he showed up here. Just to reiterate what Robert said, Mickey Rooney, to do this after that is just, was it like a deal he had? Did somebody, I mean, the paycheck's all I can come up with, but it's kind
Yeah.
of incredible that he would do a movie like this.
Yeah, it is kind of strange, and it could have been. Like, he had no idea this is a Silent Night, Deadly Night movie. Anyway, it could have been one where they just added that to the title, and
Oh,
but
yeah.
but people, you're actors, you still need money.
Yeah, right.
I'm sure they didn't have a good residuals contract along the way,
No,
so it's Christmas in Pasadena.
there it is.
So
This
it's
is
been a while.
also a pass.
So
This is the same place.
Yeah, so you could see the quality that I was working with at the time. So I'm kind of surprised I found a lot of these locations
Oh yeah.
because it's more or less VHS quality that I think I was able to utilize at the time. But at the time, it's been probably a decade since I did these pictures, but they look pretty much the same. So
The toy maker.
and so those are the houses. There's a motel in Sherman Oaks coming up.
What's real quick? What's the roller skate scene? Should I just YouTube
I
that later?
I need to rewatch it myself because I can't even remember.
It's just amazing because Garbage Day from the second one
Oh yeah.
is legendary, and then you have with ellipsis the roller skate scene. So I'm like, what is this? So
I don't
now,
something happens. I need to revisit. I can't remember. It's probably one of those like, oh, this isn't a good scene. I think a car hits him or something. Maybe that. I can't remember.
oh, I
But
think you're right.
yeah.
Okay, all right. So, oh, Sherman Oaks,
Yeah.
Sepulveda.
I even went to the hotel room, which
Where's the hotel room?
if you go up a little bit to the hotel and click like a second pictures, because yeah,
I
anytime you go
got you.
to I should say
Oh,
motel,
nice.
it's a little.
It's got the same sign. They like
Yeah,
didn't.
it does. Everything has it has I think probably the same numbers or something like that. But I was like, oh, I'm here. Nobody else is going to. Nobody else is going to room 11 from Silent Night, Deadly Night 5. I'll do it.
I do like when there's older movies. I mean, 91's not terribly old, but
Yeah.
it's like the same thing, and you're like, oh well, they really didn't touch anything.
Yeah. So yep, there's your mall.
There it
Uh,
is. All
and
roads lead to Burbank.
yeah, this is one. It took me a little bit, a long time to find, and it was actually just probably a mile from my normal hotel that I go to. So
Oh yeah, this is nice.
yeah.
These are good shots. Mickey Rooney.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh,
He
very
is
cool.
at Hollywood Forever, so you can visit Mickey if you want.
You can visit Mickey.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
2014 he died. I didn't realize he was around that long.
I know. Yeah, he hung in there. I mean, he was older in Breakfast at Tiffany's.
Mm.
You know, he was
Yeah.
like a. I mean, he was younger, I'm sure, but he was like a grown man, and you're like, what are you doing?
He's kind of the Wilford Brimley of
Exactly. Yeah, he hung in there.
he was always 52.
He was always. um,
What do you have
and then I
next?
have White Christmas is mine. It's a staple each year that I'll watch.
Yes. I know
Who
you
Danny
love
Kaye, who I love, is just fantastic in that.
that is I think you watch it more than just at Christmas, don't you?
Yeah,
Or do you just
that's hung in there.
replay it in your mind?
I replay it in my mind. It's the stand of Christmas movies for me. Like, let's do White Christmas. And, I never really saw it for the first time, or saw it ever. And the first time might have been like 10 years ago, 8 years ago, or something. So I
Yeah.
didn't like grow up on it. My parents like didn't watch it or anything. So it kind of sprung on me, and now I love it.